Hi, in this video, let us talk about powers of 10. Let's look at what I have here. I have the number 10 and above 10 in this position I've written 2. We read this as 10 to the power of 2 or 10 to the 2. And 10 to the 2 is a shorthand notation for 10 times 10. And you know how to calculate 10 times 10. That is simply 100. Similarly, 10 to the power of 3 or 10 to the 3 is a shorthand notation for 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10. So I take 3 number of 10s and multiply them. When you do so, as you know, we get 1000. Very similarly, 10 to the power of 4 or 10 to the 4 is 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10, which gives us 1 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So that's what 10 to the 4 is equal to. This is the definition. 10 to the 4 is 10 multiplied by itself, 4 number of them. And when we do the calculation, we get this number. 10 to the 2 has a special name. Sometimes we call it 10 squared. 10 to the 3 has a special name. We call it 10 cubed. Also, 10 to the 1, you'll notice, is simply 10. And now, let us use this example to write a general definition. So, for positive integers such as 1, 2, 3, and so on, here's how we define 10 to the power of n, or 10 raised to the n, or 10 to the n. 10 to the n is 10 times 10 times and so on times 10. That's n of these 10s multiplied by each other. That is the definition. And then when you actually carry out the multiplication, this is what you will get. You will get 1 followed by n number of zeros. Think through this and you will see that. So this part is the definition and this part is logic. When you do the calculations, this is what you will arrive at. And 10 to the 0 is defined as 1. So by definition, the value of 10 to the 0 is 1. There is a reason why we define 10 to the 0 as 1 and not any other number, and that will make a good discussion for another video. I want to quickly bring your attention to the following calculations. Remember, 4 times 10 by definition is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. 4 times 10 is a shorthand notation for 4 copies of 10 added together. When you do that computation, you get 40. So 4 times 10 by definition is this expression. When you do the calculation, we get 40. 4 times 10 is 40. 10 to the 4, on the other hand, by definition is this expression. 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Don't confuse this expression with this expression. Here, these are all multiplications. When you carry out these multiplications, you will get the number of 10,000. So 10 to the 4 is 10,000. And the reason is 10 to the 4 by definition is this expression. When you carry out the computation, this is what you will get. So be sure to keep this definition in mind and also this logical conclusion. So you should be able to note that 10 to the n is 1 followed by n number of zeros. Be sure to also remember that 10 to the 0 by definition is the number 1. Thank you.